I went on a blind date with an actual blind girl. I haven't slept properly since then. It all started as a stupid argument between me and my closest friends, one that spiraled into a date that changed everything. We were at our usual burger place when the waitress slid a folded receipt toward me with her number written in sparkly pen ink. She winked and walked off. I smirked. My best friend Ryan groaned dramatically. "Isaac, this is exactly what I keep telling you," he said. "You only go after girls who want your face, not your personality." "That sounds like a compliment," I said, grabbing a fry. "Until they dump you and you call us whining," Vera added. "You have no idea what real connection even feels like anymore." Everyone nodded like a panel of judges. Annoying, but they weren't entirely wrong. "I'm not shallow," I insisted. "Then prove it," Ryan said. "5 dates with someone we pick. No quitting early. If you make it through all 5, we take back everything." I agreed instantly. I figured I could charm anyone for 5 evenings. The first date was set for Friday. I walked into a cozy Italian restaurant feeling overly smug, scanning for the mystery girl. In the far booth sat someone with soft auburn hair and a relaxed smile. She looked peaceful, not checking her phone, not glancing around the room. As I approached, she didn't lift her eyes or turn her head. Most girls I met stared at me before I even reached the table. I slid into the seat. "Hi, I'm the blind date," I said. She turned toward my voice. I noticed her cloudy eyes, not empty, just unfocused. "Well," she replied with a gentle laugh, "so am I." I froze. My secret advantage, my looks, meant nothing now. Without them, I had no idea how to behave. My jokes tangled, my gestures became clumsy, and I spilled water twice. She remained calm and amused, as if watching a puppy trip over its paws. "You must think I'm a disaster," I muttered. "Honestly, you're the only guy I've ever been on a date with, so I wouldn't know the difference." That caught me off guard. "You've never dated before?" "Most people don't know what to do with a blind girl," she said with a resigned shrug. "Either they pity me or ignore me." Her name was Mara, and she wanted to know everything about me, my family, my happiest memory as a kid, what I dreamed of beyond money or status. No one ever asked me questions like that. I suddenly realized most of my past dates were shallow because neither side tried to go deeper. When dinner ended, I said, "It's your first date ever. Let me make it special." She laughed nervously. "What are you planning?" "You'll find out." Outside, I drove her to an empty parking lot under streetlights. I asked her, "What have you always wanted to do?" Without hesitation, she said, "Drive a car." I stared at her. "But you're blind." "Not drive on a busy road," she clarified, amused. "I just want to know how it feels to sit behind the wheel and make the engine roar." I helped her into the driver's seat. I explained that the car was in neutral and the brake was set so she couldn't go anywhere. She gripped the wheel like a kid pretending to fly a spaceship and pressed the gas, letting the engine rumble. She started turning the wheel back and forth, giggling with pure joy. Watching her excitement over something so simple made my chest ache. When she was done, we stayed in the car listening to music on the radio. She told me about slowly losing her sight growing up, how she feared one day she'd forget what her parents looked like. I didn't know what to say, so I gently placed her hands on my face. "If you learn me this way," I whispered, "can you imagine me in your mind?" Her cheeks flushed as she traced my jaw and nose. When her fingers brushed my lips, I kissed the tip lightly, making her laugh shyly. "You're very sneaky," she murmured. "You're very easily flustered," I teased. That night, I couldn't sleep. I realized I had spent more time thinking about one meaningful date than any glamorous fling I ever had. The second date, I took Mara to a bookstore where I read romance novels aloud to her. She laughed at every dramatic line. The third time we met, I shared dinner with her dad, who grilled me about my intentions, but clearly admired how happy she looked. On our fourth date, everything went wrong. We were halfway through a cozy dinner when someone's heels clicked sharply toward the table. I looked up and froze. It was my ex, Nadia, beautiful, vain, and venomous. "Well, well," she said loudly, ensuring nearby tables heard. "Enjoying your charity date? A blind girl, Isaac? Really classy." Mara's smile faded. "It's not like that," I insisted, panic rising. "Please let me explain." "Oh, I'm sure," Nadia mocked. "Your friends probably dared you to prove you could last 5 dates without choosing someone based on looks. Very inspirational." Mara's hand trembled. "It started as a bet," I admitted quickly. "But once I met you, I stopped caring about any of that. I just wanted to make you happy. My throat tightened. I fell in love with you." Silence. Mara stood, collected her walking cane, and faced in my direction with an unreadable expression. "It's a shame," she whispered. "You're not getting a 5th date." Then she walked away, and the world felt suddenly darker than hers.